Could I call the member for Swan?
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. And I too would like to acknowledge Conor Murphy and the contribution made by the member for Fremantle. I had the privilege of meeting Conor with the Rare Voices group and have spent much time with his mother, Leslie, and my heartfelt condolences go out to the Murphy family, and also the acknowledgement of the member for Fremantle for her employing a person with a disability and giving them an opportunity to join in with the rest of us in this wonderful place and the life of Parliament. So I acknowledge that contribution you've just made. Mr Deputy Speaker, as we come up to the 5th year anniversary of the apology to the Forgotten Australians, I know many of my colleagues have heard me talk about in this place about the Forgotten Australians before, and the need for an inquiry into the systematic abuse and neglect that took place in state government and religious institutions against wards of the state throughout Australia. Thankfully, the Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse was formed and has sought to provide these innocent people with a voice to fight back and regain some semblance of control over the physical, sexual and mental abuse they suffered. Having a voice is a powerful thing, and for too long these innocents have suffered in silence or had their claims of abuse dismissed by those who were meant to protect them. As a former ward of the state myself, I have championed the issues of Forgotten Australians since entering federal parliament. Through my involvement with the apology, calling for a Royal Commission, have now added my support to the Commission's request for a 2-year extension and associated resources to continue this inquiry on behalf of all those who until now have had no justice and no protection. I've expressed this support to the Prime Minister and in writing to the Prime Minister, along with the Attorney-General, and along also with the need to structure an independent national body to oversee the implementation of a redress scheme for funds contributed by states, churches and charities. These are the key steps that should be taken to give sufferers of abuse and neglect the closure they need, and to send a message to perpetrators, both past and present, that society and government will not tolerate a repeat of this sorry period. I announced this support publicly at the Care Leavers Australian Network Clan 14th anniversary celebration, a support group for the victims of child sex abuse, on the 5th of July, along with the member for Jagga Jagga and also Blaxland and Corio, who attended that celebration as well. I also had the honour of launching a truly inspirational book about twin sisters Sonia and Sarah, who spent the first 14 years of their lives in 5 different orphanages and children's homes in Sydney from 1950 to 1964. Sonia Sinclair wrote The Girl in the Locker to not only have a written account of her life and her struggle to overcome adversity, but to help others who have suffered the lasting effects of abuse. I have read and been told many stories of those who have suffered acts of abuse and neglect in institutions, and I thank those who, like Sonia, have had the courage to share these stories, particularly with the Royal Commission and by putting pen to paper. The stories of the Forgotten Australians need to be believed, but they need to hear an apology from their abusers, and they need to be provided with the access to services such as counselling to help them deal with the abuse and neglect they were forced to endure. Thank you.